Goddess Cosmos, Angels, Ancestors, Wayshores, Guides, Ascended Masters, Archangels, Galactic Federation, Council of Light, Elementals, Fae, Mary Magdalene, beings assigned to our team for our highest, holiest, heavenliest, most divine, godly good, celestial guardians, protectors, divine messengers, and all benevolent beings of light. What do we need to know about you're the Neo of this time? Mind over Matrix, another wave has awakened. Welcome in, Galactic Golden Ohana. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Hello, hello, hello. Lock in, Galactic Golden Ohana, because this may be a deeper channel. You are the Neo of this time. A lot of individuals are energetically following your lead, and there are organizations, networks, and societies that have been monitoring your ascension and your energetic influence, and how many individuals have been impacted because of your energetic influence. The favor over your life is evident. Why do you think you've had so many people trying to sacrifice you? And just like the bots within the Matrix that were overtaken by Agent Smith, those that are unawakened are being viewed energetically as enemies, not allies, because of how they could be puppeteered and manipulated pertaining to your purpose. So many of you, if not all of you, may have had a karmic familial unit, exes, old friends, anybody that had left themselves open as vessels, puppeteered to come up against you. And they may not understand why. They may not understand why the fuck they hate you, why they keep going and spending money on practitionary work, and why they keep trying to destroy you, but they're being manipulated. Many of you, if not all of you, I mean, if you're resonating with this message, you are out here shifting in higher vibrational, multidimensional timelines that are accelerating the ascension and the rise of Christ consciousness upon this planet. You are advancing it, which is further putting these individuals in a position of perceivable power and prosperity in devastation, desperation. You got these organizations, networks, and societies looking at you going, how the fuck do we stop this extraterrestrial celestial angel? How do we stop this motherfucker from making any more changes? And out here looking good, they can see the glow on you. They can see that you're in very fertile energy. And this is leaving them conflicted because you were supposed to be devastated. You were supposed to be left out of everything, which again, as a grid activator, this was supposed to be transmitted through your grid system below your feet, causing any individual, any soul that you are energetically guiding as a revolutionary light leader to experience very similar situations and circumstances. But you refuse to quit. You refuse to succumb to the simulation. You are breaking this matrix down by waking more and more people up. And I love how your name is Mind over the Simulation. Oh my God, yes, that is confirmation. Many of us, if not all of us at this time, could be experiencing some very severe ascension flu symptoms. Because yet again, we have shifted in more energy, more higher vibrational, multidimensional energy and timelines, causing yet another wave to awaken. Also, if you're seeing more chemtrails be dropped above your home or above your state, this is why. Again, this is another attempt to slow down what has just recently been pulled in. Let's get it, Galactic Golden Ohana. The scales will be balanced. Landed right on the Queen of Pentacles. This lets me know some of you need to incorporate elderberry or sea moss into your diet. It will help. I don't know who needed to hear that. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, again, you are assisting in the elevation of the righteous divine souls into what is rightfully theirs. The wealth of the wicked will be delivered and restored into the lives of the righteous. This is the not only energetic elevation of those that have been enlightened, but this is also the physical shifts being incorporated with the pulling in of these higher vibrational timelines and the way that the scales must be balanced pertaining to energy and attraction. The cosmic karmic law of cause and effect. What you put out is what you receive back. We've been putting out abundant energy, and again, there are multiple individuals awakening at this time going, we really are living in a matrix. Yes, we are. We really are living in a simulation. And when within the matrix, if you haven't watched it recently, you may want to watch it. When Morpheus holds up the battery and they're like, this is what humans are to the simulation. This is what these souls are to the simulation. that is correct, that is accurate, except it's not the actual physical being. It is the spirit, it is the energy, and that's why there's been so much energetic manipulation within this plane. This is why there's been so much indoctrination and division and separation. This is why there's been so many attempts to provoke certain lower vibrational emotions with things such as inflation or what has been projected from the news, from social media, the propaganda. Things like this to keep you in a perpetual cycle to where you are feeding the simulation that low vibrational energy it needs to be maintained. And again, we got Queen of Pentacles with balance. The scales are being balanced. The world is being balanced in the way that we are assisting in this elevation and awakening, rise of Christ consciousness. So again, Neo, your understanding of you being the one and moving throughout the simulation with your understanding that you are not a consumer, you are a co-creative, is assisting in bringing in higher vibrational experiences collectively, globally, for all those that, again, have been enlightened, which is putting these individuals that, again, are in a, I'm sorry, I keep saying again, that are putting these individuals, organizations, networks, and societies in a perceivable position of power, recognition, and prosperity in devastation, because they are attracting in nothing other than their own energy. Many of these individuals we've already seen take massive hits. There are more to come, where light workers are being placed in a position to win, receive, and gain recognition. We also have an influence transfer out here. So you're going to see a lot more light workers blowing up, a lot more light workers stepping into this stardom, using their platforms for good. We got wish fulfillment. Thank you, Spirit. A lot more light workers finally experiencing their manifestations, their desires, their wish fulfillment here. So if you've recently been, oh, damn, we got 2 9s on the board. 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups. This is living your best life and wish fulfillment. This is what you can anticipate with the work that has been put in to shift in these multidimensional higher vibrational timelines, while combating organizations, networks, and societies such as the CIA. You could have been recently under psychological attack, or these organizations were attempting to manipulate you mentally, MK Ultra. Again, a lot of individuals in your life were left open as vessels, which means they were easily puppeteered. Agent Smiths, agents of chaos, to continually loop you back into perpetual cycles of karmic experiences, to keep you in a low enough vibration to where your energy was feeding the simulation. We not fucking doing that anymore. And if you just woke up, buckle up, lock in, because it's going to be a very interesting ride, but it's going to be worth it. And know that if you are in solitude or you got people turning on you out of nowhere, it's because they have been left open as vessels and puppeteered. Don't take it to heart. Just know that it's a part of your evolution, and that these individuals you cannot save, you cannot take with you. You just got to keep moving forward. Either they will have this enlightened awakening, and they will see that you were there to assist them, or they will continually succumb to the darker forces that are influencing them. But there is nothing you can currently do other than speaking your truth and emanating this high vibrational energy to save them. With 9 of Pentacles out here and 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment and living your best life. It's been a long journey for the veteran revolutionary light leaders out here. You've been doing this for a minute. You've been fighting spiritual warfare for a very long time. You've been up against a karmic familial unit, exes, old friends, cities, communities, states, and organizations, networks, and societies. You've been continuously targeted because of the power that you hold. Again, you are the Neo of this time. You are a very powerful individual. And y'all knew as soon as Morpheus locked on to Neo and was like, Neo is the one, Agent Smith started pursuing him like no other, just repeatedly attempting to entrap him and snare him and put him in a position to not fulfill his destiny. This is exactly what's been going on with you. As soon as the divine locked onto you and was like, okay, you're ready to awaken, you're ready to be divinely initiated, all of a sudden all these beings were like, oh no, they're out of the matrix, they're awake. They took the, was it the blue pill? Was it the blue pill that Neo took? Or was it the red? Whichever pill that Neo took, as soon as Neo took that, as soon as you awakened, went through your cataclysmic awakening and started to, it was the red pill. As soon as he took that pill and woke up and chose to be the one, chose to be in that world, all of a sudden Agent Smith was like, he's got to go. He's got to go. We got to take him out. Y'all notice before he took the red pill, it was like Agent Smith was telling him, you just go back to doing your job. Just go back to sleep. Mind your business. Don't listen to anything that Morpheus says. But as soon as he was like, no, I'm actually going to stay in this world. I'm actually going to seek out the answers that I desire. That's when Agent Smith was like, all right, he got to go. We got to take him out. Because he's getting closer and closer to realizing who he truly is. And we can't let him get that far. Why do you think you've had so many individuals targeting you? Why do you think you've had so many individuals trying to sacrifice you, mentally manipulate you? Because of the impact you're meant to have on this world as a chosen soul. One that they've been monitoring since the day that you were born. We got 8 of Swords landing on living your best life. The corner of it is on the Queen of Pentacles. You living your best life, you shifting in these higher vibrational, multidimensional timelines, again, is compromising these individuals that wanted to maintain lifetimes of power, lifetimes of prosperity, lifetimes of recognition. These are some very greedy, fallen angel, gluttonous individuals, broken bloodlines. Those that you were combating, because again, they are master matrix manipulators. These are individuals that capitalize off of mass soul enslavement. You came here to break and shatter that illusion. And that is a problem. You have always been a massive threat, but you being awakened, oh, that is devastating. That is deadly. You got these individuals, they could have been doing something under this new moon we had yesterday in order to silence you, in order to confuse you, mentally entrap you. Again, I'm getting MK Ultra to influence you, because again, you are a grid activator like Nipsey Hussle, like XXXTentacion. You know how many souls they influenced, they awakened, they were sharing their knowledge with. How many individuals were so deeply connected to them that the stripping of their physical vessel left a lot of people devastated. This is the impact that you have, except you're not dead yet. I won't even say yet. You ain't going anywhere. This is how divinely protected you are. It would be absolutely cataclysmic, your physical ending to this planet. The type of things that would occur here would be irrevocably damaging. These are individuals that cannot physically touch you. Best believe they tried, though. These are individuals that have attempted everything and anything in order to silence you, in order to ensnare you, to keep you from energetically leading those in alignment to the timelines that you were pulling in, into the true world, and into an understanding that anything that aligns with their spirit and is being divinely advocated for is possible. You are showing the world that miracles exist. You are showing the world the divine exists. You are showing the world that there really is something far beyond this simulation. And that as a co-creator, they can work with the divine to co-create a reality to where they're living their best life and experiencing their wish fulfillment that they were supposed to perceive as being impossible, as being so far out of reach. They were supposed to be stuck in a cycle of working a job they hated, paying for a house that they, some of y'all need to go watch Kaya's most recently posted video. We've talked about this before though, where they were working a job they hated, pouring their energy into corpse rations, aka corporations, paying for a car, paying for a house, having children, and being continuously enveloped in these cycles of pouring all of their hard-earned currents of chi and energy back into the simulation, and not believing that their dreams and wish fulfillment were possible. Further, breaking down their spirit and allowing their spirit to be contained, manipulated, and enslaved. You came here to show the world you can do what you've been guided to do and experience abundance and a fertile, favorable life. That you can have anything you want in this world. You can be anything that you want to be in this world. You can do, as long as it's not harming and injuring anybody, it's for the good of humanity, as well as being divinely advocated for by your spirit team and what your soul came here to do. You can have it. You can be it. You can do it. And this is what you're showing the world. This is what you're showing the world. We got the Princess of Swords with the star. You got a lot of people watching you right now. People in positions of recognition, as well as individuals realizing that you really are a chosen soul. You really are an ethereal starseed being. Things that were not supposed to exist, they do. There's extraterrestrials being talked about on the news, floating above the sea, like things that shouldn't be a part of this reality. But again, these are things that you have talked about before. You talked about starseeds. You talked about extraterrestrials. You talked about Nephilim. You talked about fallen angel bloodlines. Things that you have communicated that were, or the Matrix, being in a simulation, a hologram. You've talked about these things before, where before people were like, oh, that's crazy, you need help. They're all seeing it now. They're all realizing you had always been onto something. You were always divinely connected. You were always receiving downloads and information. And just like in the Matrix, where Neo sees the coding of everything, you saw the coding of the simulation. And you decoded it and recoded it for the benefit of humanity. This is what Spirit means by being a grid activator. You are activating a divine grid with your divine grid below your feet, your golden grid below your feet. Being activated, and you are integrating these new codes into this realm. You're pulling down higher vibrational multidimensional coding from your pillar, your light pillar and your soul star, and integrating it through your golden grid system below your feet, further activating and accelerating the rise of Christ consciousness within this realm for those that are open and receptive to the consciousness key, the key to consciousness. And this is why so many people have started to not only awaken, but receive these synchronicities and look deeper into these synchronicities. Further understanding why these illusions that have been projected have been making them uncomfortable. The illusion of having to work a 9-to-5, and that's the only way that you're going to make money if you work a job you hate and spend 60 to 70 years there until you are old and sick and stressed out, and then you can retire if you have your 401k and your pension and shit. Like, all of that is an illusion. It is an entrapment, enslavement program within the Matrix, and we have been decoding and recoding these programs to free the spirits, to free the souls that were meant to be co-creatives here, not consumers. Those that have been continually manipulated, that are now waking up and going, this isn't right. I don't want to work this job. I don't want to be in this relationship. I don't want to live this way. Realizing that the Matrix is all around them. A prison, like in the Matrix, the movie, that you cannot see, taste, touch, or smell, but you can feel it all around you. This is how you are assisting through your golden grid system, being a revolutionary light leader and a grid activator in the awakening, and in an individual's understanding of how their soul had been enslaved and being energy harvested from in order to continually maintain the simulation and put individuals in a position of perceivable prosperity, power, and recognition. Exactly, it is the lies of the Matrix. And we are breaking this down. And again, another wave has awakened because of you. Broken bloodlines are falling. Many of them, including your own. If this message is resonating, you are definitely a chosen galactic soul that was placed here to make massive changes on this planet. And one of them was to the programs of narcissism. One that had been continuously overlooked. And those that had been attempting to speak out about it silenced, when by any means necessary. Your story will be revealed on how these individuals are experiencing judgment because of the way that they attempted to combat you and what they intended to do to you because of who you were put here to be and what you were due to have. Your karmic family is being demolished. But again, that was just an assignment. These are individuals you could not save, you could not change. They made their choice. And their choice was prophesized. Like in the Matrix, the Oracle, when Neo goes to take the candy and he goes, you already know what choice I'm going to make. She goes, I know, but it's not about the choice that you're making. It's why you made that choice. That's what you should be thinking about. Yes, I knew that you were going to make that choice, just like you knew these individuals were going to combat you. You reincarnated here, you signed a soul contract with the divine to have these experiences. These were prophesized choices these individuals, these people were going to make. They left themselves open as vessels to be puppeteered by darker forces and a darker influence. But now they have to sit and understand why they made those choices, as well as what compelled them to make those choices. And it seems like they're going to have a lot of time to think about that while they're in judgment. These are individuals who could not handle you. It's giving handlers. They could not handle you. They could not control you nor your new beginning, your destiny. And Spirit's saying that's the truth. You came here to fry some bigger fish. But again, your training started with these karmic familial members, these old friends, and these exes. This experience was necessary for your soul to awaken and elevate. Which again, the moment that you went through this cataclysmic enlightened tower moment with these individuals was the moment that you started being severely targeted by these individuals in a position of recognition or a position of perceivable power and prosperity. Wealthy individuals that have been maintaining this wealth through manipulation, saw you as a threat and knew that you going through this ascension and this enlightenment would further spark, harvest, and burden, would further spark others to look deeper into what it is you were speaking on and what it is you were energetically influencing here. You yourself are a catalyst to awakening. A revolutionary light leader who is impacting hundreds of thousands of souls just by existing. And you can even see your influence on Mama Gaia. The way things started to upheave and uproot within this realm when you awakened. The things that started to be revealed with your understanding and the knowledge gained from what existed within this realm and what was false. The fact that the Matrix is entirely fake. And I'm not saying fake as though it doesn't exist. I mean, it is built upon lies, deception, manipulation, and illusions. Exactly. Lust, materialism, greed, worldly, materialistic, matrix-minded individuals that also understand the simulation and wanted to maintain soul enslavement through illusions, deception, and manipulation, so they wouldn't have to compromise their positions within the simulation, which hold a lot of prosperity, power, and recognition. These are individuals that, again, it's like the puppet master. It's the little green man behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. These individuals were back there controlling shit because they knew how the simulation worked in order to continually have what was not rightfully theirs. But they were, again, soul harvesting and energy harvesting and destiny harvesting and swapping off those that were unassuming, unaware, and unawakened until you. That's why you got these motherfuckers stressed out. You are the straw that broke the camel's back. You are the enlightened chosen soul that came here to evoke change, to change the trajectory of this world from an apocalyptic state to one of balance, equalizing energy, equilibrium, bringing through balance and restoring what was rightfully the righteous's, the harvest that so many individuals did not know that they were compromising by maintaining these loops to where their spirit would reincarnate because they were not completing their soul's contract. In other words, the Most High got sick of shit and woke you up and said, all right, it's your time. I need you, because they keep taking my motherfucking chosen ones out, but they ain't gonna touch you. I need you to get the fuck up, and I'm gonna do it in the most traumatic way. I'm sorry, this gonna hurt. But I need you up, I need you understanding, and I need you ready to combat these societies, these organizations, these corrupted elites. Because they on demon time. They doing some ridiculous, horrible, maniacal, nefarious shit. And you're the only one, Neo, that can combat Agent Smith. Y'all know in the Matrix, all of the rest of them were like, if you see an agent, run. But Neo, once you understand you're the one, you can dodge these bullets, you can take them in the chest. They can't touch you. That's who you are right now. All right, many of these individuals before you were not fully suited for the missions they had taken on, but they had been propelled into them, because a part of their soul's contract was to further activate this realm with the loss of their physical vessel, such as Nipsey Hussle, XXXTentacion, Mac Miller, those whose energy rippled throughout the veins of this earth and caused mass awakenings as grid activators. You, on the other hand, are doing this while you are still alive, and you are so divinely coveted and protected, it's not even funny. Somebody even thinks about you wrong, looks at you wrong, and they going through karma. The divine and the Most High doesn't play about you, because you're the button that was pressed to change everything. You're the button that was pressed to fix this world, to move it forward. You're the one. You're the one whose awakening changed everything. You're the one that the entire ethers, the elementals, and even the ancient ones are rooting on and protecting because of the changes your soul is making. You have far exceeded the divine's expectations because of the needlepoint precision that was necessary for you to get to this point. And you did it. You beat the odds, and you realized that you were the one. You didn't ask to be chosen. You just are. You didn't ask for this, within this lifetime. You didn't fully understand your soul contract and why you had to face the abuse and the persecution and the criticism and the crucifixion that you did. But I'm hoping now you realize more of why your spirit needed this to evolve, why it was necessary, and why you had been chosen for such a traumatic experience, and what it had led to for humanity, what it had led to for the progression of this world, and how many souls have been saved because of your sacrifice. You got motherfuckers even looking at you like you Yeshua. You may hold that bloodline, Mary Magdalene bloodline. You got a lot of beautiful spirits backing you. A lot of beautiful energies that know that this is only the beginning of the changes that are being orchestrated because of your ascension, because of your awakening. And how many, I'm getting like hundreds of thousands of souls. How many people have awakened? Again, you got a lot of people, communicating right now. You got a lot of individuals communicating right now that they're realizing like the Matrix isn't real. Like they're living in a simulation, and they're going, I've been doing the same. It's like Groundhog's Day. I've been doing the same shit every day. I can't do this anymore. Something's got to change. I got to change this. I'm not meant to be I'm not meant to be a consumer. I'm meant to be a co-creator. I'm meant to be living differently. That's the beginning of the awakening. And you've initiated this. You are a very powerful soul here. And yet another wave has awakened. Again, their soul. We got the past, which is giving past life, and Two of Pentacles. These are individuals realizing that there's more to life than this. Their past lives are coming into play. You got past lives coming in. You could be having a lot of past life regressions right now. But so are a lot of people. They're having dreams about Atlantis. They're having dreams about Lemuria. They're having dreams about Egypt. They're having dreams about Sirius. They could even be having dreams where they're interacting with extraterrestrial beings, only to look deeper into what that means and realizing they're a starseed. That there are beings far beyond this realm, and again, that have been conveyed on social media and the news. We had the government talking about extraterrestrials. There were many videos of extraterrestrial ships above the oceans. Like a lot of people are now realizing, like, why is this here? How does this connect to angels? Are extraterrestrials angels, or angels extraterrestrials? Like, how does this all connect? Because all is connected. You got individuals that are now realizing there's something so wrong about the way that they were allowing themselves to live. There's something so wrong with what's being portrayed on social media. The glamorization and illusions is what's being portrayed on the news. It's like when they watch it, instead of hearing what's actually going on, they're seeing through the illusions where it's like bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. This happened on Fox News 5, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Like they're looking at it and they're going, this is ass. They're watching commercials. I know I just recently had this epiphany because I skipped so many of these ads and commercials where it's like depictions of women like putting on makeup and being like, this is buttery soft and buttery smooth and will make your lips look so luscious and so beautiful. And it's like, ew. This is really trying to like cast an illusion over me that I need this in order for my lips to look like that, only for that to be an illusion and and deceptive. This is what it's like to be unplugged, is you're looking at everything in every way they're attempting to get you to consume. Consume, 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 consume. And you're going, ew. This is repeated attempts to push into my spirit what the Matrix wants me to invest in order to keep me in a perpetual cycle of not feeling good enough, insecurity, or feeling like I need this to appear to be a certain way. I need to invest in that to keep up with the Joneses. I need to look this way in order to be received by society. All of it is just consumption. When we are not meant to be consumers, we are meant to be co-creatives. There should be a balance here. And again, with movement coming out on the Six of Cups, this is past lives. The experiences of past lives coming into play now as a divine revolutionary light leader, and the movement that has been orchestrated and initiated because of why we came here and what we have learned from these past lives, and the illusions, the cycles, and the soul enslavement programs that are being broken down, that are being recoded. This is the true world coming into play in the way that it had been cloaked by this false simulated experience. And realizing there's so much more to your life than the way that you were allowing yourself to live, and the way that these illusions were depicting to you what your destiny should be. Many individuals that were unassuming, unawakened, and unaware are up now. And why? Because you refuse to give up. Because giving up is also a choice. You refuse to give up. You continue to persevere. You made the choice to persevere. You made the choice to traverse this turbulent, traumatic experience to assist in the advancement of this planet. Exactly, never giving up. You chose to step into the crown of chosen. You didn't have to follow your chosen title. You didn't have to accept being chosen, but you did. Just like Neo didn't have to accept that he was Neo. Morpheus gave him a choice. You were given one too. All of this could have been laid to rest. You could have given up. You could have said, no, I'd rather just stay in the simulation. I'd rather just work my shitty job. I'd rather just go back to not seeing. Exactly, free will. You were given the choice. Continue to traverse and persevere this path, or remain where you were at. And you said, I know there's so much more to this world. Fortune here. There's so much more going on behind the scenes, and I want to actively be a part of dismantling this distortion, dismantling these illusions, and waking people up. You took faith-based inspired action, and it has paid off. Many, many, many souls right now are taking their power back, and their souls back, and their energy back from this simulation, from this matrix, which means you're going to see a lot of falsified motherfuckers fall, even more than we previously have been before. A lot of individuals that, again, were behind the scenes like little puppet masters, or were being used as puppets to push a certain agenda, you're going to see them get ass blasted backwards. You're going to see them, fall. There we go. You're going to see them fall. King of Swords in the reverse, out here trying to sacrifice earth angels and chosen ones. Whoever this is, they're confused at how the fuck this betrayal did not work. They paid for this too. They paid for your soul star. They paid for your energy. They paid for your influence. They're not getting any of it. This is somebody that knows that you are a chosen one here. This is an elite. I don't know if this is Freemasons, Eastern Stars, Illuminati, whoever this is or whatever group this is, they were cutthroat. They were determined to manipulate and distort your energy in order to influence and affect all those that you were energetically leading, while obtaining your influence in this world to maintain their position of affluence, their position of notoriety. They needed you, your prime supply. You are the battery that powers everything in this world. God really gave you a lot of power here. More than I feel like you're giving yourself credit for. What did I say? You are, ooh, that's confirmation, baby. What did I just say? About you have so much power here. Enough power to change and move the world. Came out sideways. They wanted to block your influence in this world. God really gave you a lot of power here. World changing. Again, it's like Mama Gaia responds to the energy that you're inputting. The energy you're exuding and the energy you're inputting through your golden grid system. Shit starts getting shaken up when you alchemize something and integrate it through your golden grid system below your feet. You truly are a global golden grid activator. This is giving massive influence, again, like Nipsey Hussle, XXXTentacion. You truly are the Neo of your time. And a lot of people are unplugging from the matrix because of the codes that you share. The influence that you have in this world. And it's leaving people in power motherfucking heartbroken. Look, power and 3 of Swords. It's leaving people in power heartbroken. Sneaky and because they tried to be sneaky and deceptive with some type of manipulation. Magic out here. Magic with 7 of Swords. They feel like what they paid for and how they wanted others to look at you, because others were supposed to shun you. Those that you were ethereally and energetically guiding were supposed to shun you, turn their backs on you. You were supposed to end up being hated. Again, this was supposed to be some type of influence and affluence transfer from those that had been targeting you, attempting to acquire your soul star and your destiny as a revolutionary light leader. They have been left heartbroken. These are the motherfuckers that are about to end up real hated. If you see individuals in a position of recognition, celebrities, government officials, start getting massive hate, like people are just, I fought these people. That's why. That's why. That's a backfire right there. You got people in positions of power that are about to be real hated, real bad. A lot of people not liking these motherfuckers. And it's because of what they tried to do to you. They missed an opportunity though too. Look at this. They worked together for a victory. They missed an opportunity to get a victory. What is this? 2 of Cups in the reverse. This could have even been some type of illusion that was meant to leave you heartbroken, pertaining to some type of individual in a position of recognition that you were supposed to perceive a purpose of aligning to. This is somebody that was only attempting to use you. So some of you had celebrities in your energy trying to convey that they were going to come in and marry you and they were going to be your person and they was going to be there and they was going to come change your life and give to you, and you were supposed to, you know, be open and receptive to this weirdo's energy, and they were going to betray you. Now they're confused of why the fuck that didn't work. Because you were supposed to be open energetically to this individual's influence, and they were supposed to appear to be a friend instead of a foe, when in reality they were working behind the scenes in order to stop your advancement and the way that you were assisting other souls into their elevated state. These individuals were intending to use your influence to lead individuals to hell. Basically, influence them back into soul-simulated cycles of enslavement. And this is what this intended sacrifice was for. You were supposed to see these individuals in this position as friendly encounters, friendly companions of some sort. I don't even want to say that. Like, yeah, they fucked around and found out in the worst way. I'm tired of reading on these motherfuckers that keep trying to cast some type of an illusion to loop you in order to obtain your harvest. Now they're sitting over here in their emotions as they see that the divine is leading this world to a new beginning they cannot stop. This shit is inevitable. The righteous will reap what they have sown, their dharma, their truth, their justice. Their cup overfloweth. They will be led to green meadows and clear streams. They will have a table laid out before their enemies, for their enemies to watch them eat, to watch them receive, to watch them have, to watch them experience, to watch them enjoy, and to watch them inspire with it. This is the divine plan. This is how the Most High, this is how much the Most High loves you. Power and love. This is also about these individuals in a perceivable position of power. They loved the power that you had been given. And again, the divine is saying it's a power that is not touchable, is not acquirable by those within these elite, compromised, corrupted realities, timelines, and positions. These are individuals that will never be able to compromise your spirit because of the enlightenment that you've gained and who you know that you are. Faith is strong, but it is pure. Exactly. Let's see what else we got going on. You bring peace and healing to this world. You bring peace, healing, and truth. This is penetrating through illusion, intuitive knowing, insight, clarity, purity, consciousness, the wisdom of heart, with harmony, balance, perfection, a sense of well-being, favorable conditions, and expansion. This is what you bring to this world. Enlightenment, accelerated consciousness, the ability to see the truth in all things, which is penetrating through the illusion of the soul enslavement programs and the simulation itself. You're waking a lot of people up, wave after wave after wave after wave. This is the turning point of everything. This is the moment that everything changes for the world and for your ops who are being oppressed, where these obstacles have now been imposed on these individuals who wanted to have, again, your influence, hoping that they would be able to ensnare you and entrap you in some torment, a tormented cycle of perceiving a certain individual, a certain person as being a partner, leaving you devastated, lacking faith, full of doubt and despair. We not doing that. You ate through these illusions and you have stepped more deeply into your position as the chosen one, as a leader here, a grid activator, a world changer, and a timeline traveler. Seems like they may have even traveled for this work. I don't know who was trying to influence your energy to have you see them as a partner. They've been blocked. The reason I side is this is ridiculous. Whoever this is that really thought they had you, they really thought they were going to be able to manipulate your emotions, that you were going to see them as a valid counterpart. Time is up. This is the attraction of opposites. We've got intimate union, coupling, a passionate encounter, seduction, temptation, and magnetism. You had somebody in here desperately attempting to attach and energy harvest and swap your destiny. You had succumbing to seduction. Look at this. Somebody got a little arrogant. Organizations, networks, societies, corrupted elites, whoever this individual is that really